Prologue: A nameless town of the dead is revealed as a place of repetition and decay, inhabited by discarded souls who slowly realize they have died. A former priest and a wealthy woman witness the arrival of Shadow Throne, Edgewalker, and Cotillion, who intervene to address growing instability caused by disgust and neglect within this realm. Elsewhere, Ditch, a former mage of Pale, toils eternally inside Dragnapur, chained to the wagon that carries the burden of countless condemned souls fleeing and approaching chaos. He recalls hearing the name Draconis, hinting at deeper forces behind the sword's prison. Apsalara, the Lady of Thieves, continues her long effort to escape Dragnapur's chains after witnessing the escape of two Hounds of Shadow and sensing hope denied. In the mortal world, a god-touched dog leaves the Tebler village, followed by two determined girls unknowingly drawn south by their heritage. Finally, Krupa meets Karul and a sorrowful elder, establishing that Karul will not directly join the coming war even as its consequences gather. Book 1. Vow to the Sun. In Chapter 1, the city of Darujhistan celebrates the Geteron Fete, a chaotic festival of food, revelry, and mask dancing, while nobles parade in ornate finery. Lady Chalice Viticus observes the festivities from her balcony, reflecting on her past, her dissatisfaction with her marriage to Gorlas Viticus, and her lost sense of desire and agency. Meanwhile, Picker navigates the crowded streets carrying flatbread, encountering ambushes and killing would-be attackers while joined by Ansi and Blue Pearl. The trio returns safely to Karul's bar, where they gather with Mallet, Blend, and the ex-Imperial historian Doker to discuss a contract from the Assassin's Guild targeting them. Confusion and concern arise about potential threats and the need for information, including rumors of a resurrected Karul cult. High Alchemist Baruch and the Great Raven Crone discuss mysterious movements of the White Face. Barghast and the Grey Swords, signaling rising danger. Chilbai, Baruch's demon, arrives, marking the night's events as the beginning of urgent developments. In Chapter 2, Anomander Rake surveys Black Coral from Dragon Tower, his presence casting fear and awe over the city. Endus Silan, the former High Mage, navigates the city's streets, reflecting on past battles, the destruction of Moon's spawn, and the relentless pressure of survival under Rake's command. Spinnik Darav engages Sirdaman in a tense game of Keftanar, a strategic board game reflecting war and politics, ultimately prevailing and earning the other player's respect. The Tista Endi, including Nimander Golet, Skintik, Aranatha, Nananda, Desra, and Kedevis, traverse a forest toward the sea, following Clip, who guides them with purpose despite their confusion about the realm. Clip assesses the group's strengths and weaknesses, deeming only Nananda and Desra truly useful. Spinnik later enters the new palace to meet Anomander Rake, who is preparing for his duties as ruler and observes the city, while a red-scaled dragon, Silana, keeps watch over Black Coral. The chapter ends with the pilgrims approaching the Great Barrow, their path protected and observed by Silana. In Chapter 3, in Darujhistan, the city awakens to arrivals and chaos as merchants, caravans, and travelers navigate the streets amid the remnants of previous revelries. At the Phoenix Inn, Mies tends to Krupi after a messy breakfast incident while the Malazan healer Mallet checks on Murillo, confirming he will recover. Gruntle, the lone survivor of a caravan attacked by Dwell Raiders, delivers the 4 undead drivers to Cyric, securing full payment while reflecting on the battle and losses. Humble Measure continues consolidating his Iron Trade empire, reinforcing Darujhistan against Malazan threats, despite recent assassination attempts. Meanwhile, Solara, Cutter, Barathel Char, and Spite prepare for entry into the city, navigating the disruptive Bokarala and observing its crowded, chaotic life. Torvald Nom returns stealthily, seeking to resolve debts and reintegrate into Darujhistan. Ralik Nom awakens, learns from Race that Vorkan has escaped, and leaves the Jaguts corridor to re-engage with the city and its unfolding dangers. In Chapter 4, a lone warrior, later known as Traveler, survives a shipwreck on a desolate coast, kills a starving plains bear despite severe wounds, drinks its blood to survive, and sets inland carrying the sword Vengeance. Nimander Golet leads his Tista Undi kin through abandoned farmland, struggling with guilt over Fed's death while Clip guides them onward. They discover a settlement sustained by horrific sacrifices to the dying god Samenkelik, where corpses are used to fertilize crops. Despite unease, Clip insists they enter the town for supplies. Elsewhere, Sir Doman continues his daily pilgrimage to the Great Barrow, praying to the Redeemer, but rejecting responsibility for the pilgrim's safety, angered when he is named their protector. In Carcanos,